What's going on, guys? JPB Duel here. Hope you guys are enjoying your Wednesday. And for today's matchup, I'm bringing you an Adventures Pranks versus Ignister with my opponent playing Ignister going first. Now, Ignister is a really good deck. The monster it ends up on going first is pretty good as well. It is the Arrival Ignister, which would be a 5 to 6k boss monster, and it would be immune to any card effects. Pretty good. And they have the way to OTK you as well by going into their update jammer into access code. Pretty good deck. Sadly, it loses out to any sort of hand trap, same as Prank Kids, and I did have a nib in my hand. So my whole plan was that I was gonna nib him once he goes into his Dark Templar. So going into Dark Templar, you do commit your Splash Mage, and Splash Mage is a way that they can come back from your nib play. So I wanted him to commit his Splash Mage, go into Dark Templar, then I would nib him so that he could not make a comeback from that. I even put the activation on off, so he had no way of knowing I had a nib in my hand. But you guys will see something really weird right here. He somehow figured out I had a nib in my hand. So up till this part, the combo is pretty standard. Go into the transcode. He's gonna special out the Bururu. Bururu sends the Dunmari to the graveyard. But over here, he does something extremely weird. He just specials out the Wicked with the transcode and goes into his Arrival. Now, I did not know if he already knew I had a nib in my hand or not, but he did this play. So it's a 3k Arrival, pretty easy for us to out. So I nibbed my opponent first to try to see if I could bait out something from his hand. Nothing happened, that is okay with me. Now I have to play around the Donmari, so I have to bait out the Donmari somehow. I decided I'll use my Adventures engine to bait out the Donmari, which it successfully did. Then I normal out my Lamseys and go into my combo. In this deck, I was playing Kaijus, so I was hoping to go through my combo, activate Roxy's, banish one from my hand, maybe draw into a Kaiju. If I draw into a Kaiju, I basically would win the game right then and there because I will have Butler on my opponent's turn. So I was trying to do that, and right here, he ashes my Doodle-Doo. Now guys, if you're ever playing against Prank Kids, do not do this. Do not Ash Blossom Doodle-Doo. If you have Ash Blossom, always Ash Blossom your opponent's Prank Kid's first graveyard activation. It is way more important than ashing your opponent's Doodle-Doo. That is your second priority, not your first priority. And him ashing the Doodle-Doo did not matter to me because I already had Pandemonium in my hand. I just need to use my Fancy, send the pranks to the graveyard, and then just pull it back out using my second Doodle-Doo. Sadly, Ash Blossom only negates the search. It does not negate the tribute effect. And with the Roxy's, I did draw into combo extension. So with the combo extension, I go into my Totally Awesome play. So for the Totally Awesome play, I will give you a breakdown how I did that. You need to special out Dropsies on the field. You need to make sure you have one Dropsies in your graveyard, one Dropsies on the field. That way, you could use your Instant Fusion, go into Rocket Ride, tribute itself, pull the other Dropsies in the graveyard, put it on the field. That way you will have two level 2 Aqua Monster. That is basically your Totally Awesome combo. Pretty good stuff you can go into. You could even go into your Predaplant into DPE. Now I did not need to do that because I already had Fusion Destiny in my hand, which I am using right now to go into my DPE play. So my end board is basically Butler on my opponent's turn with Totally Awesome and DPE on the field, with a nib in my hand which I already showed him. We activate Pranks, recycle 3, I draw into a Call by the Grave. Again, really good card to draw into as well. As long as you have the activation on, you can still use the Call by the Grave even if you end your turn. So my target for the Call by was my opponent's Picari. Now you could Call by the Grave any of these cards. I chose Picari because it is one of their combo starter cards and a crucial part to go into their combo. So that's the reason why I chose the Picari. In case he has a Picari in his hand and he tries to use it to go into his combo, he cannot do that. Draw phase, we activate Bow Wow, target 2 cards in the graveyard, add it to our hand. My opponent Maxies me. Again, Maxi, I will be specialing out stuff on my opponent's turn as well. I do not want that to go through. We use Totally Awesome, negate it, Now we cannot yoink the maxi because it was not destroyed. We have to destroy it, and if you destroy it, only then can you yank the card. With this, we have our Butler combo set up. Don't have to worry about maxi. We even get our DPE on the field as well, and I have a nib in my hand. Now ideally, you never want to put your Butler and DPE on the field at the same time. They are your two destruction effects. If your opponent has a Forbidden Droplet or Dark Ruler no more, both of them are negated simultaneously. So him forcing me to activate Panda right here was kind of bad for me, but we have to use it anyways, otherwise we will not be able to go into our Butler. So I use it, go into my Butler. Sadly, Butler cannot kill off the Arrival, so it's gonna stay on the field. He wipes out my back row. I'm okay with that. Pranks getting destroyed does not really matter to me at this point. I could just fish it back out using my Doodle-Doo later on in my next turn. Then we get all the graveyard activations. Now since I already went through my Totally Awesome, it does not matter what you special out on the field at this point. So I do just that. He activates the Arrival, targets DPE, kills off DPE, gets himself a token. I'm not too worried about this. He normals out the Achichi, searches for his rock monster, and right here I kill off his field one time. Then he activates the Fighting Spirit, puts the Bururu on the field, goes into battle phase, and picks the worst card actually in my opinion to kill off, which was the Roxy's, but I'm okay with that. I mean, in his perspective, maybe he's thinking I could have used Roxy's to maybe search for another card from my deck. That's up to him, that is up to him to decide what he wants to do. I'm okay with all of this. Ends his phase completely. My turn, let's see what we draw into. We draw into a Raigeki, pretty good draw. I get my DPE on the field as well. Now I start thinking, do I have a way to kill off my opponent this turn itself? And I'm thinking maybe I do. So let's see how I combo. First of all, I use up the two Prankets on the field to instantly go into Doodle-Doo. This is basically me playing around Ash Blossom at this point. Then we get the graveyard activations. I special out two copies of Lamseas on the field. Raigeki kills off the Bururu, and I go into battle phase instantly. So watch what I do. I bump my Butler into the Arrival, killing off my Butler. That will trigger the Butler in the graveyard. So now I could pull a card from the graveyard, put it on the field, anything aside from fusion monsters. And the card we target is obviously Totally Awesome. We even get an attack with Totally Awesome as well. So it's not like you cannot attack with the monster you pull out. You could still attack with it. And that is pretty much game over. Guys, if you guys do like this kind of videos, please consider hitting the like button, subscribing to my channel for more daily prank and video uploads, and if you guys are interested in the live version of all of this, I do live stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/jpbduel. Link along with my schedule is going to be in the video description itself for you guys to check out. This is JPBDuel signing off for today. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace!